Hi guys, welcome along to Spotlight Football Fans. So this is Saturday weekend fixtures. It's a beautiful game of football, and we want to talk about the fixtures that we have this Saturday because we have Saturday energy with us today. So we want to start with Chelsea game. Chelsea will be hosting Burnley at the Stamford Bridge. So Sir Energy, what's your thought about this game?
I think it's going to be a straight run for Chelsea. They're going to win this game based on what happened against Leeds the last time. So I don't think they can afford to drop another point this time around. Yeah, so I think Chelsea should be able to win at least 3-0.
Okay. Let me quickly ask you, if Chelsea is looking to get into the top four, and this will just like you said, it will be very important for them. So, what about from your own perspective?
And every Premier League game is a tough game, but looking at we are in the second half of the season, so I don't think any team will want to take any of their fixtures for granted, because I think this is the easiest fixture for Chelsea to win. After this fixture, I don't think there's any easy fixture again. It will be a very hard one in every other fixture. So if they don't get 3 points in this time around, it will be a big issue. Yes. But after this game, the next game is Arsenal, so they just have to win.
Okay, let's also quickly talk about Manchester City versus Newcastle. Arsenal dropped points.
Yeah.
Arsenal will be dropping points. And what does that mean for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola?
I think it's more frustration for Arsenal and a very big hope for Man City. So I think the game, which makes the game against Newcastle more interesting.
Yeah.
Don't forget, the last time they played Newcastle, I think they defeated Newcastle 2-0, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, 3-0. So I think this game is going to be very difficult. It will be an interesting one, but I think no matter even if Man City are going to shoot 2-1, I think Man City will still have the edge of the day.
And they are at home.
They're at home again. And looking at how available the Premier League is, I don't think they will mess up with that game. And they are used to it. They are always used to it. They will always do it.
So you think experience will count?
Yeah, it will count. Experience will count. Though Newcastle are not an easy one, will not be an easy one. You understand? But I think at the end of the day, Man City will have a good game.
Okay, so from your perspective, you are hoping that Manchester City will come victorious. So what does that say for Arsenal?
It's a big pressure. For me, I think they've already bottled the league. I think they've already bottled the league. I think there's something missing. I'm no longer blaming the players. I think it's the coach. He's already shivering. You can see how the game went now against Wolves. It's as if he was confused. The confidence was not there. The moment they scored the 2 goals, Wolves equalized. And you know that to win Premier League, there will always be games like that. So you have to fight tooth and nail. No matter what, take the 3 points. It doesn't matter how you get the 3 points. Just get it done. But they were shivering. They were scared. You can see the fears in the second half and the rest. So they lost it. So I don't know how they are going to manage. For me, I think experience. I don't think Arteta have the experience to win this league. For me, I don't think. He may build the team, but the experience is what matters.
Okay.
That's it.
We'll be expecting Arteta to convince you that he's going to win this.
I don't think he can.
Okay, but let's just quickly shift to La Liga.
Okay.
Because Real Madrid will be hosting Osasuna
today.
And Real Madrid, they won their last game. In fact, they have been on a winning streak for 8 matches or 9 matches thereabout. So they are top of the league, 2 points ahead of Barcelona. Because Barcelona dropped points last game. So how do you see this game?
I think Madrid, Osasuna are not an easy run. It's really hard. But looking at where Madrid are coming from recently, I think they've been getting results for their past 4 games.
Yes.
And they've managed to keep clean sheet as well. A few of those games. So I think Madrid should be able to win at least.
You don't give somebody.
Regardless what happens. You understand? I think they should be able to get it.
And give somebody person from the money now.
I think that would be like to affect the
Of course. Barca are struggling at the moment, with the highline football, except they find something better to do with their defense. But right now they are struggling. And every fixture is going to be very difficult for Barcelona because their formation, their tactical setup have been exposed. So for me, I don't see them going anywhere with that highland football or whatever. It don't cast. So I think it don't cast seriously. Even with Barca winning, we saw it coming now. since last they played Chelsea. We saw that the only reason Barca have been winning games is not because their tactical setup is very good. It's because their opponents, especially the La Liga opponents, they don't take their chance. They are not clinical when it comes to in terms of goal scoring. But when they meet when they meet a clinical team, they struggle. And most times, how many goals did they score? 3 goals. So, and how many chances their opponent always have? Most of their opponent have more than 3 chances to score. So that means if their opponent are able to convert their chances, then they'll be struggling with a draw. So that highline football, I think they should find something else to do. Tactically.
And you know, that comes down to the coach, you know, the manager, because you know, there were rumors that some players complained that they cannot cope at all. So how do you see that in terms of leadership and management?
I think Barca have always loved attacking football, but in modern football, you don't just take an attack. Because every team now have good when it comes to attack. You have to balance every aspect of the game for you to win. You have to be able to resist as much as you're attacking. You have to be able to resist, protect your home and the rest. You understand? But at the end of the day, I think something is wrong with Barcelona in terms of defensively. That setup, you always suffer. Against an average team set will suffer.
And let me quickly remind you, you know, there's Martinez from Saudi Arabia. And then recently this season, they've now brought in Cancelo, Joao Cancelo from the same Saudi Arabia. So do you think, you know, the squad planning, you know,
we know that Barca are undergoing some financial issues. You know, they have financial issues. You know, they can't afford most players now. You understand? They are trying to tackle their financial stuffs. But I think while doing that, they should know where they are and how to move away from there. They are getting too exposed. For you, do you think look at how they are struggling in La Liga? I don't see Barca beating any top 8 in Champions League in a home and away game in Champions League. I don't see them excelling.
But they are hoping to win the Champions League.
I don't know how. How now? They don't have it for a team that couldn't have a single corner. They couldn't have a single corner against Chelsea. It's bad. It's that bad. It's that bad.
Yeah, I'm talking about Barcelona still. You know, they were defeated by Atletico Madrid. 4-0 at the Copa del Rey semi-final.
They were defeated by a struggling Atletico Madrid.
And now they are hoping, you know, they said they will come back at the second leg. Yes. In fact, there are probably 6 reasons for them to believe they will come back against Atletico Madrid. So I don't know if it's still.
You know, they always look back then. You know, we are still holding their football. Yeah, history. With this modern football, 4-0, yeah, as much as Atletico Madrid are not doing very good themselves. But this Barca, okay, they're going to score 4 and Atletico will not score any, right? Come on.
I get that.
They have this is a problem. It's not as if it was a tactical mistake. It's a problem that we've been seeing since last year. From the beginning of this, we know they have this problem. So do you now come from 4-0 down? Even they shouldn't cancel that 4-0. I don't see Barca still beating Atletico Madrid. You get, so they are just hallucinating as far as I'm concerned.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome.